Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to learn the aggregate functions, group by and having. And guys, these are some of the most frequently asked SQL interview topics, and as a tester, you will also use them regularly in real-time projects. We will continue using the same employees table from our previous episodes. So let's get started. Why do we need aggregate functions? Aggregate functions basically perform calculations on multiple rows and return a single result. The 5 most commonly used aggregate functions are count, sum, average, minimum, maximum. Let's look at them one by one. Let's say you want to know how many employees are there in the employees table. So what will you do? Will you count them manually? It's okay if your table contains 5 or 10 or even 50 rows. But what will you do if your table contains more than thousands or 10,000 rows? It's difficult to count them manually, right? So in that case, we will use the count function. So count function counts the number of rows available in a table. And executing this query, you can see the total number of employees available in the employees table. And if you use var class here, that is var department is equal to QA, it filters out the QA department employees and then finds the number of employees available in that department. Executing this query, you can see the total number of employees available in the QA department. You can also count the distinct values available in a column. So select distinct of department will return the distinct departments available in a department column, that is QA and development. But if you want to count the number of unique values available in the department column, you can use the count function here and it will return 2 because we have only 2 unique values in the department column. Let's move on to sum function. Suppose you want to find the total salary paid to all the employees. So instead of calculating it manually, you can use the sum function here. Sum of salary, that is for the column which you need to find the sum, have to be specified here. And if you execute this query, you can find the total salary paid to all the employees. Suppose you want to find the total salary only for the development department, what will you do? You have to use a var class in this query to filter out the development department. And when you execute this, you can find the salary paid to only the development department. Similarly, you can use average function to find the average salary of the employees and minimum function to find the minimum salary of an employee and also maximum function to find the maximum salary of an employee. Let's move on to group by now. Why do we need group by? Let's imagine you have a scenario where you need to validate the employees working in each department, that is the number of employees in QA department and also the number of employees in development department. So what will you do in this case? If we execute select department from employees, we will simply get the department name, which is not useful in our case because we need to count the number of employees, right? So here we use the group by. So select department, also we have to find the count from employees table and group by department. So what will happen is first all the QA employees will be grouped together and then all the development employees will be grouped together, and after creating these groups, count function calculates the number of employees inside each group. So instead of getting one count for the entire table, we get one count for each department. And executing this query, you can see the count of QA department employees and also the count of development department employees. Similarly, if you want to find the average salary of the employees in each department, you can use average of salary in place of count function. Or if you want to find the maximum salary in each department, you can use maximum of salary. Also, you can group by designation level or reports to or salary. Try that out, guys. Let's move on to having class now. Suppose you have a scenario where you need to validate the departments that have more than 4 employees. So if we use var class here, like after grouping the department, if we use the var class, SQL throws an error because the var class always works before the groups are created, but in this case we are using var after the group by, so that's why it's throwing an error. So here we have to use the having class. So select department count from employees, group by department, having count greater than 4. So here's what SQL does step by step. So first it groups the employees by department, then it counts the employees in each group. Next, it filters only the groups where the employee count is greater than 4. This is exactly why having exists. So always remember that after group by, if you have to validate a condition, always use having and not var class. So in today's video we have learned all the aggregate functions, group by and having. So practice these queries by changing the conditions and department names, guys. The more you experiment with your data, the more confident you will become with SQL. In the next episode, we will learn about joins, one of the most important topics in SQL for interviews and real-time projects. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you.